Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. I am back because this is I'm actually playing a Wednesday night. This is the first one, Wednesday night jackpot for my local club runs, and I lost in round one to Dougie. It was kind of a heartbreaker. It came down to double match point, and I'm kind of crushing him, and then he hits a late shot. It does a good job to close me out, and he went for a second checker but couldn't get it. But still, I only had 6 off, and I lost. It was a pretty tough match. It kept going on and on, a lot of games. But anyway, so this is the semis. This is semis, 7-point match semis. It looks like Dougie's on the bottom, Brad's on the top. But actually, let's switch that up. Brad's on the bottom, Dougie's on the top. So let's see what's going on here. Oh, is Dougie doubling this? It looks too good. Yeah, why wouldn't you play on for the gammon here? Oh no, I'm sorry. White's on the roof. I was thinking black's on the roof, and I'm like, that's crazy to cube this. But no, white's on the roof, shooting 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 shots, I think, which are pretty, given the gammon situation, those are pretty crushing. Okay, so he thinks better of it and gives it up. So he's up 1-0. No. So 17 more or less crushing numbers. I mean, black wins some of those, but we get gammoned a lot. So I'm not sure whether the hits are better or worse than losing the game. So if they're like equal to losing the game, Brad has to claim to be sort of a favorite on the misses, which I guess is kind of a tall order. So he lets it go. All right, pretty reasonable. And the score doesn't seem like a huge deal here. I mean, Dougie's up in the match, which maybe means Brad should take a little deep. But on the other hand, Dougie has the 6 away score, so if Dougie wins 2, I guess there's sort of this comfortable 4 away score. I don't know. Score seems sort of unclear whether Brad should take deep or be a little conservative. But anyways, okay, so this is Dougie's 2-2. Okay, starting to put his board together. Okay, Brad has to leave a shot here, so I suppose he's playing 13-4. But it's sort of minimizes shots, I think, actually. There's not really no good play here. Starts a good point. You could play 15-6, hoping to get off the 15 point, but it doesn't look right. I don't think they big stack on the 6, and it's not going to be trivial to get the guy on the 15 point to safety after you get missed. There is some 3 duplication, with the hidden cover numbers, but there's a lot of good hidden cover numbers. So yeah, I absolutely would have played it like Brad did. Yeah, I think 15-6 is a pretty big error actually. Maybe if he was up huge in the race, you could do something like that. But yeah, race is fairly close. All right, good shot by Brad. So he can make his 4 and his 2 points. Oh no, he can only make one of them, either 4 or the 2, but not both. Okay, so he's sort of disengaging from the back, well up in the race a little bit, seems sort of reasonable. Well, there's all sorts of plays, including shifting to the 2 point, but it's pretty anti-positional. And you're kind of left with an odd last one, I guess. Doesn't play that well. So I like how Brad played that one. I wonder if there's anything else there. Because there's a play that made the 4. Yeah, there's a play that made the 4 point and the 11 point, keeping the 15 point. So that might have been worth a look also. Good, but it's more flexible than Brad's play with his big stack on the midpoint. But Brad's up in the race, so he's sort of disengaging. So there's this thematic in that sense. All right, boy, I hate doing this, but I probably would clear the 8 point against that awesome white structure. Not leave the 2 shot here. Just hope to roll something decent later. Let's see, it's all 2s and 4-4. Oh, I don't know. Some of the hit numbers are duplicated. Okay, so I guess Dougie gets the nice deuce. And then the 4, this looks okay. I'm not sure how this compares to 24-20 or 8-4. Looks like Dougie has another cube coming up here. I mean, the score gives me a little pause, but it's a pretty powerful front position and not too many problems in the back, so I probably would pull the trigger there. Okay, let's see how this goes. 3-5. Okay, is Brad gonna hit or is he just gonna bring the guy down? Like some argument for hitting in that. Dougie's quite happy to attack with 5s and 3s. In fact, those are the entry numbers after. This is some of the entry numbers after hitting. And you see now Dougie's just gonna like swing away. Admittedly, that the hit is pretty anti-positional. This is the all-purpose number. Again, Dougie maybe could have considered cubing before the roll, but with Brad in and the score the way it was, I probably would not have cubed that either there. Well, what about so what happened there though? I'm not sure why the cube didn't go over there. It looked like Brad entered, and then Dougie had like this 5-point board and didn't double it for some reason. Yeah, I want to take a fresh look at that. Ooh, you got a hit here with the deuce for sure. Good for the closeout. Good for picking up that other checker. Great for the gammon. Yeah, now it's clearly too good. Okay, Dougie's cruising. Never picked up that other checker though. All right, he gets a checker off here. It looks clean enough. Yeah, it looked like there was at least one opportunity in there to cube this. Maybe he's thinking a little bit about the score. I don't think before the 6-6, I don't think it was too good. I don't know. I wasn't really paying that close attention, so I'd have to take a look at it. All right, it looks like Brad's saving this thing. It's probably gin, but yeah, you can take a roll if you're not sure. Because it's not like you can it's not like you can gain your market, right? You take a roll, if you roll 2-1 and the other guy rolls 6-6, you're still cashing. But it looked like maybe Dougie realized there was a 0% chance of a gammon there. It just wasn't complete. It wasn't immediately obvious to me. 2-1, 2-1. Well, then you got to fill in. I guess he has to fill in the 4-point gap or something at some point, or a 5-point gap at some point. I don't know. Okay, anyways, 5-1. Okay, split versus down. Okay, goes with the down play. 6-5. He could have played 24-23 there. 3-1 for Brad. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you probably do want to make the 23-point anchor, but it's not great because the 8-point is still mid. So I guess I would prefer the 8-point, and then maybe say split in the backfield. I think he's actually supposed to say split here, despite there being a little bit of risk, because he's up in the race. So you don't want to just stagnate on the 23-point. And you got the stronger board, so the risk isn't that great. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything that doesn't make the 8-point. I'd rather have the 8-point and no blood in the outfield. And 23-22 might be a somewhat productive ace. Good builder, better builders this way though. Better distribution, right? There's not that extra checker on the midpoint. Yeah, it's gonna go with it. It looks like. Oh no, just this. Yeah, this looks odd to me. Yeah, maybe he has a point. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Okay, kind of wishes he was up a pip now on the 22. He'd be able to make the 21-point. Probably he's making the 23 now. And okay, he's doing it, but he's pretty stuck there. Like, it wouldn't be crazy for Dougie to cube this. Yeah, I like the cube. Okay, Brad thinks he has enough to take. He's got to be a little careful about being gammon at the score. But on the other hand, he gets really powerful. He gets really powerful recubes. All right, good roll by Dougie, making the 3, I assume. If he sees it, which I'm sure he does. So probably that was good cube handling there. It's not very, position's not very gammonish. Although there is going to be a blot popping loose here. A good 3 duplication. Like, so for instance, he rolls, white rolls 3-2, and maybe he's not supposed to hit. Yeah, he's not supposed to hit. 6-3. 6-3 is similar, right? He doesn't makes the 6 prime instead of hitting. Okay, now I would not leave any blots in the outfield. He's also given white a bad 3-3, 6-6, 6-3. And if he can hit and cover, he's got a little bit of counter prime chance. He cannot hit and cover, or even maybe hit lose. You know, if you roll like a 5-1 there or something, maybe you could try it. Maybe you could try it. Okay, just holds it together. 6-5 gross. He's gonna be I was gonna say he's gonna be crunching now, but maybe he can hold this together. Nope. Yeah, I would kill the 6s here. I would play 7-2, so I don't have to play a 6 next turn if Dougie keeps the 6 prime, which I think he should. I think he should do this. Keep the spare on the 6 nicely. Okay, now he's got to break it. But this play's okay. Okay, I'd keep the 3 builders all spread out in case black rolls a 6. Good. I would not leave a blot here in case I hit next turn. Okay, looks like good technique by both players. Good. Yeah, I think he has some okay gammon chance. And it's over 10% anyways, I think. Maybe it's close to 10. Yeah, the gammons are pretty huge at the score. Win them the match. Like if we roll 6-6 here, that might not even be a bad number because it ups the gammons. Oh, this is slightly wrong. You got to put the guy in your outfield, I think, so you can play. If you roll a 3, then you can get the guy directly to the 6 point. Not a big error or anything though. This looks a little suspicious still going this deep in the board too. But again, no big deal. He's not getting gammons. Not getting gammon. Good. All right, so it's going to be 5-zip. Let's see how these guys handle this lopsided score. So Brad's strategy should be to play a little gammon go, build up like a quick gammonish position and offer a quick cube, try to win 4. And Dougie should be playing like a little conservatively. So with that in mind, like I bring 2 down with the 3-2 here. Because it gets splitting, loses fewer gammons. But you really want to be concentrating on offense as the 7-away player here, just because it makes the cube more useful for you and less useful for your opponent if you up the gammons. 4-2, okay. And you can be quite aggressive with the cube. Probably not this aggressive, although I don't think it's necessarily a huge error to cube this, even though black's not winning by much. Yeah, see, I think this is somewhat early, but it's not terrible. He's got black has a bit of an edge, I guess. All right, I guess the good builders, but gives them 1s, or just kind of plays a little bit ugly, keeps the midpoint. Yeah, I guess I like this. Like not only is it safer, but you keep the asset in the outfield. So I think it's worth the worst building power. Easy for me to say. Okay, I guess that's right. Ooh, nice shot by Dougie. Making the nice prime out there. Very nice. Okay, makes his 5 point. A little speedy, but good structure. Black is likely going to have to crack first. Yeah, decent building power without the risk of slotting. So I like how Dougie played that. Yeah, this seems good. And then 6-4, so you can cover it more easily next turn. Although I do notice the computer doesn't like this play a lot of the time. It plays like 8-6 more than I would. But here, I think the computer's going to like it. All right, so Dougie counter slots because the prime, which I kind of like actually now, because the priming timing is like quite delicate. So it seems like it's like a big deal to to improve the prime. Oh yeah, nicely played by Dougie there. Oh, great shot, perfect, perfectly timed six, I should say. Oof, I don't know what you hit here. Hope for the best. Yeah, I guess so. It's working. Save a three by playing 3-1, and then roll a six. Brad can't do nothing. Can't hit the broadside of a barn. Right, so this goes to show like why you can sort of why you should double like very aggressively at the score. Like Brad's losing, Brad's going to lose this, right? But a lot of the time he loses, he's going to lose a gammon, and then doubling didn't really hurt him because he would have lost the match on a gammon anyways. Meanwhile, if he happens to win, he's glad the cube is on two. So that's this part of like why you can be so aggressive at the score, especially in like mutually gammonish positions. But still, I think the cube's still early. Ah, pretty good shot. Nicely played. I mean, like I don't know how you're gonna win this, but this is probably. I think this definitely looks like his best shot. Yeah, righty. Oh, I don't know. Both plays loose. This sort of looks more like it to me. I'm not sure why. All right, so Dougie, I think, should actually put a builder on the 8 point here. Because it's nice to, I mean, you want to make the 2 point, so it's nice to get another builder, but also making the 8 point might have some value also. All right. Looks good. White's hoping black rolls an ace, which he does. Okay, does he go brute force here? Just makes the ace points. Okay, does it? And I'm never clear on those plays. Like when you like stop priming and you just make the 1 point. Like here it doesn't matter very much because it's so hard to lose this. But sometimes it's like sometimes there's real you need to put some thought into it. Like, well, okay, what play wins the most games? What play loses the most games, and so on. Alrighty, 3-1. Safest would be to clear the 6. I would probably just do it. I mean, 2 guys off is fine, but this looks really safe. It's not like you're in any danger of losing the race. All right, black gets to make a 3-point board. Let's see, it's probably 6 blot numbers if he strips the top 2 points. 6, 3, 5, 3. I feel like there's something else. Maybe not. 4, 3 is safe. Yeah, I think it's just 6, 3, 5, 3. So this is at least 6 blot numbers. And you get a checker off, but you don't clear the point. But that's okay. Okay, worked. Huh. Yeah, Dougie can do no wrong. Oh, maybe we can take a quick look at some of these decisions. Download the match. All right, a little bit of a shot. This might be better to not leave the second blot there. In case you get hit and then get another guy hit, maybe black can make something of that. It's a little hard to see black winning if he just has 1 checker. Yeah, Dougie seemed to agree. All right, that was a pretty interesting match. Decently played match. Fives across the board. Let's see. Okay. So Brad's on the bottom. Dougie's on the top. So where do we come in? Well, we'll take a look at the finals also, but I just want to take a look at some of these decisions here. Oh no, it is pretty big take. Yeah. So what's going on here? I mean, I thought Brad's pass was sort of reasonable. So what's the deal here? Oh, okay. So I guess. Okay, so I believe it is 17 shots. All sixes, plus 3-3-1-5. So that we're up to 14. Plus 1-2-3-2. It's actually 18 shots. I believe that's it. It's 18 shots. Okay. I think this is coming into focus a little bit. Yeah, so the hits, like an average hit. Yeah, maybe that is about. Maybe that is approximately winning the game, right? Like again, like Black is going to win some games there, but he's also going to lose a bunch of gammons. So if it's like, so it's in the ballpark of just like winning. Hit is like kind of winning the game in that sense. If there's like twice as many gammon wins as as losses after being hit. So I guess the idea is, on average, Black is winning when White misses. Like it could dance, and then Black is clearly winning. Oh, there is some two duplication there, but he just enters without hitting. I guess Black is doing okay. Maybe that's the way to think about it. Actually, you can play around a little bit. So let's save this. I can show you what I mean about this. Hitting is sort of worth the game. Like maybe it's not quite worth winning. Maybe it's worse than winning. For White, like let's say White rolled 6-5. Say double take. Six, 5. So if the equity of this is greater than 1.0, that means it's better than winning the game. If it's less than 1.0, it means it's worse than winning. It's worse than like a single win for White, right? So it's 6-5, which is maybe an average roll, an average hit number. I mean, like it's pretty big, but it doesn't hit twice. It's better than winning the game. I see. So I guess, isn't there like, maybe this is what the, maybe this is sort of what the dice distribution is for. If you go to like analyze dice distribution, yeah, you can actually see. You can actually see like what each roll is worth. Like a 6-2 is worth 1.4, say. Maybe I can pull this up real quick. So some more people use this, and I don't really use it much. Just give me one sec. There's some way to get the dice distribution window to pop up here, but this isn't it. Yeah, sorry, I'll figure it out at some point, I swear. Like I got it to work with the cube information window. So I should be able to get it to work with the dice distribution window. But anyways, it doesn't tell the whole story because like I kind of want to see what it's worth on average after White misses, and apparently, based on the fact that this is a big take, apparently Black is winning there because the hits are better than a single win. Anyways, See if the finals have started. Yeah, the finals are going on, but let's just take a look at another couple decisions here. Yeah, 6-3 is good. Oh, and then 2-2. Yeah, Brett should have taken a look at this. So this apparently is better. Not that this is super trivial to bring home or anything, but it's easier to bring home than this with the big stack on the 13. Yeah, so this is the original position. So obviously you're making the 4-point with one of them, and then you can either make the 11-point heavy with 3 checkers, or stack the 13. It's a little bit inflexible to stack the 13. Well, then he left a shot later, which I didn't like. Yeah, this position here. 6-4, 6-2. Honestly, I would have probably played 8-6, 8-4. I probably would have done this. This is better when it works, of course. But it's because of the strong board. It's so painful when you get hit. And then it looked like there might have been some missed cubes in here. Yeah, like why not cube this? And then yeah, why not cube this? It wasn't three before the 3-3. Why not cube this? I guess he's thinking too good here. But could miss or could hit, and black could hit back, and then he's back in the game. Anyways, let's take a look at the finals. Let's go back to Hub. Okay, so apparently we're at Dougie and Paul, and apparently they only have 3 minutes to start this, so hopefully they get going and nobody forfeits. They look like Dougie did a good job here, trying for the gammon, but no gammon. Is there any gammons here? Nope. Nope. Okay. Okay, so they're very close between making the 10-point like Brad did. Good builders, decent point in the outfield. You don't get to do anything with the back checkers. And actually, second best is to keep things spread. I was surprised, like I thought I was gonna say this for a second. Make the 8 and then get all stodgy, which sometimes this type of play is right, but it's when like you're really in danger of being attacked. If you're not like under huge attack, usually it's better to remain split like this. And also another factor is the race, right? Black's up in the race, so he shouldn't be back on the 23 and just get primed to hell. He should be thinking about moving the back checkers, getting them going, maybe making a decent anchor. So that's why you don't want to do this in this position. But if the White's attack was stronger and the race was different, maybe it would do this. Three, 1. Yeah, sort of similar theme here. Although here, here the race is he's down in the race. So I kind of see why Brad did what he did. It's kind of a big blunder, although a lot of it's because it's a little closer cubeless probably. Let's see, 593 actually. It's funny. It's exactly equal cubeless. Just because of the gammon situation, I guess. Oh, I see what's going on. I see. Oh, hey, Brad. Yeah, so this is an interesting play here with the 3-1. Yeah, we can take a look in a second. I was just looking at this. Yeah, cubeless, the plays are exactly equal. But I guess because you win more after keeping things spread out, in other words, this play, you're getting gammon more, but you win more. It makes the cube a little less powerful apparently for White. Which is a little weird because like You're getting gammon more. Doubled gammons are worth a lot for white. But because you win more, it's like you get more chance to like recube him to 4 and kill his gammons. So it's complicated, man. Like you would think that, okay, like I might think cube in the middle, cubeless, cube on 1, cubeless equity being equal. Maybe you want to make the less gammonish play to give less oomph to make your play. In other words, to give less oomph to white's cube. But no, XG says the opposite. Yeah, no, it's a pretty reasonable thought given that he's 4 away. It's just a lopsided score. It's there's like recube arguments. Yeah. In fact, weirdly, like it wants to do this sometimes better than your play. Get gamut even more. Anyways, let's take a look at the tough match though. Okay, so Dougie's on the bottom, Paul's on the top now, and Dougie looks like he has doubled. This is a 9-point match, not a 7-point match now. Dougie is trying to extend his prime against these 3 trapped checkers by Paul, but Paul solves most of his problems by doing this. Nice playing the last 3, not to play 4-1 there. Playing sort of optimistically a little bit, not having that long-term liability on the ace points. Okay, let's see if he makes I would make the 10 here. A little safer. A little fewer shots, than this. Like this is 6 shots. I believe it's fewer shots if he makes the 10. Function of my G's right. So I thought an anchor nor long-term G's when I fill a board. I see. But you win more. You win more by not anchoring, so maybe because of that, you're going to win more G's after not anchoring. Let's see. No, it's close. The G's are close. It says XG says XG plus says you actually win more G's after keeping things spread out just slightly, just by like 1% or something. Anyways, Dougie is cruising here. He's up 14 pips. This doesn't help Paul's cause. Probably up 31 now. Woof. Woof. All right, do not break your board, Paul, with these 2 black blots. This is this is an okay play. You can also, nothing wrong with covering the ace here also. Jumping out with the 5, cover the ace. That'd be okay too. But Paul's play is fine. I guess I would do this too and just hope to roll small next turn so I can stay back one more roll. It's pretty tough though. All right, now he's got a good roll. He gets to keep his board. Does not help. In fact, Dougie maybe had a slightly better play with his previous roll, where he maybe should have bore an extra checker off and kept 3 on his 5-point. I think it's 6 blot numbers either way, but Paul is either running or busting his board in a turn or 2. So the fact that Dougie's play sort of avoided quote unquote double jeopardy. Whereas if he in other words, he strips the 5-point, he just leaves 2 checkers there. He often gets to clear that point and then he's home free. If you do my play where you leave 3 checkers there, oftentimes you just take off 1 off the 5 and then you're left with the same shoddy position as you could have had the turn before. But the thing is, you get the checker off is good, and it's not like white can just stick around there forever and keep his board. So you're not paying that second risk a lot. It's a close play though. It's no big deal. Okay, so Dougie with the 2-3 here. I mean, I'm not sure between hitting twice and doing this, or there's another play where you play like 18 to 15, 13 to 11. I kind of think the computer hits twice there, but I'm not too sure. Or another play 13 to 11, 6 to 3, but that's too many shots. I just think that the computer hits loose more than it looks correct to me, so I'm sort of always on the lookout for hit two plays. I mean, it hits twice in those situations more than looks correct to me. All right, so okay, so Paul makes the anchor, reasonable. Ooh, Dougie gets a nice shot. Okay, Paul comes back with a hit, excellent. Dougie's looking to roll some entering double, but this is okay. Paul maybe should cube a dance here. Ooh, nice shot. Huh. Make the 10-point heavy here. Sort of a play. Or 20 to 8. Okay, goes with the 10 points. Looks pretty clean. Only 2 blots here. 2, 1. Yeah, I would lock up the 5-point also. Oh, that was Paul's 6-6. 6-4. I assume he's 7 and 4ing. Good. 3-2. Yes, it's very important to get that to the edge of the prime. So I like this play. So if it came in with the 2, it'd be like really stuck. Okay, good play by Dougie. They got nothing. 3-2. I don't think Dougie doubles this, although Paul left this blot in his outfield, which is a little problematic. Okay, so now you hit and double and miss, I guess. And then give the problem to Paul, you know? I probably wouldn't be leaving this blot in the outfield. Maybe it's not a big deal, though. But yeah, it doesn't keep that. Yeah, I would have said that in a second. Just threatening to make an awesome prime. And the back checkers like have two numbers out of there, so it doesn't look like he's getting counter prime much. The sixes are going to play good here, which is one of the block numbers. So I think this is double pass. Oh, it takes, interesting. He might be thinking a little bit about the score, but I think this is too tough a game. I think. I'd like it better. Yeah, I'd like it better if like one of the block numbers, like the block number is a 6 there, and then the block number, the biggest block number like plays good on black side of the board. So it's kind of got good like 6s, 5s, and 3s. So despite the score, I would have let that one go. I kind of see what Paul was thinking though. Like black could crack, and Indy's down 0-2, you know. But I don't know. This is sort of typical sequence, and then Paul is just crushed. All right, I don't think you play 8-1 here, do you? Just do this or something. Maybe should have actually stopped on the 7. Stopped on White's 7-point though. Is Paul going to make the 4-point here? Try to build up a counter prime. This isn't going to work though. It's too much black timing, you know. Like I wonder, black rolls like a 6-2 and he stays back because he has all these checkers in the outfield to play with. Maybe. All right, he gets to anchor though. And black could crack here. 5. What do I know? 5-5, 5-4 even. Well, 5-4 plays okay. But like 5-5, 4-4, 3-3 plays sort of okay. Actually, the 4-2 that Paul played where he made the 4-point, I mean, maybe he's thinking about the counter prime, which is unlikely to work, but maybe it's just the cleanest long-term play anyways. Like you leave a shot and then you get away with it and then you're kind of okay. So maybe Paul's play wasn't bad there. I'd have to take a good look at it. Yeah. I wouldn't leave a blot. One nice thing about playing 5-4 there with the ace is you don't have to play your 4s next turn. So it kind of slows down the crunching. Like picture if White rolled 4-4-3 there. You'd have to play all 7 pips and break down to a 3-point board. Whereas if you played 5-4 with the ace previously, a 4-3 would have kept a 4-point board. He would have just had to play 4-1, and there would have been a spare there. So slightly bad technique there. Okay, and the other hand, maybe he can remake a 5-point board somehow. No, I would pick up the blot now. Good. Yeah, if he can get this guy home without getting another guy hit, he's sort of helped himself get off the gammon. All right, 1, 2. Yeah, I mean, you could even play 4. You could even play 4 to 2 there. Slow down the crunching a little bit, or 4 to 3 here. But I don't know. Maybe he has some chance to keep a 4-point board. Nope. I see. Hitting twice. So you say hitting twice with the 3-2 feels weird with the blot on the 11. Yeah. Yeah, well, there's other like productive stuff you can do. Yeah, like the take. Need easy wins or generate some gammons for a recube to work. Right. Yeah, I agree with you on that take this game. All right, but it looks like Paul is saving this. Probably something a little bit better with the 6-6, but that's okay. This is wrong, I think, also. But again, very, very minor stuff. All right. So it looks like it's going to be 4-zip. This Paul can somehow pull out a miracle here. Cute. You can actually play, if you want to get all fancy, you can leave 3 guys on the deuce as equivalent to this position. Good. Okay. A little bit awkward, but okay. White on roll, he's got nothing. Maybe he's thinking a little bit about the cube due to the score, but I don't really like it. Oh, Brad, did the computer like your double at the 2-away 7-away game? Because even given the score, it looked a little optimistic to me at the time. And I didn't look at it in the computer. Maybe it was like if it was like 4-away 2-away, I would send it. But maybe that's it though. Okay, so obviously he's hitting with the deuce, and then probably just picking it up to the 4-point. Yeah, there's nothing else really. All right, yeah, I would actually hit off the 5 here. Stronger board. White is very flexible. So despite the score, I think this is worth it. I don't think I would cube this up 4-zip. I dance here. I'm cubing though. Screw it. It's because this is a money pass, right? So pretty solid money pass. So you can justify cubing at the score and then give the problem to Paul. Okay, let's see if he pulls the trigger here. No, this is more like too good, I think. Yeah, Dougie plays on. I don't think it was too good last turn at the score. This seems a little weird to me. Ooh, I wouldn't give White a chance to get back in the game like this. I would have played something a lot more conservative. Just so, like, if White rolls well, I can still use the cube. Well, he kind of gets to use the cube here, I think. I would double that also. Just despite being up 4-zip. Okay. Ooh, it looks a little funny. Yeah, I'd play 9 to 8 there. Again, I would cube this. So best for the win, 13-5. Maybe build up a counter prime. Or maybe you can even play on here after this play. There's not a lot of gammons here though with the 2-point anchor, you know. Okay, no double plus 487, no double 0.99. Oh, double 0.4. Okay, so it's a little bit, so you're saying it's a little bit shy, I see, of a cube. Okay, yeah, I thought it'd be more of an error than that. But I thought your double was like okay. I mean, I thought it was like, it's okay, given the score. So probably it is like a real cube at like 6 away, 2 away, where you have, I think, a little bit more incentive to double, or 8 away, 2 away. Then it's 7 away, 2 away. Yeah. Yeah, you were probably, even though you got it wrong, and I probably would have gotten it right, you were probably closer than me, because I thought, and it's not, I don't know, like, I thought it was like be a real error to cube it. All right, so 3-4 by Dougie. I would lock up the point, especially up 5 zip. Yeah, so the position we were talking about is yeah, this guy. Like you never double this for if it was 0-0, but 7 away, 2 away. In other words, 0-5. You got a lot of reason to double at this score that you don't at 0-0. So it's very close apparently. Might roll out to be a cube. Might roll out to be a good cube. Right. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is double pass, I think. At 0-5. This is too good somehow. I don't think it's too good with the 5-point made. That's although on the other hand, it's a little hard to see how black gets a take without some monster joker. So maybe the question was too good or not there, because it's fairly gammonish, I would say. Huh. Yeah, maybe he actually could have played honor roll. I don't know. Let's get the other blot in the outfield. Play on. Let black enter one checker and then dare him to take. Practice, that might be a good plan. All right, looks like Paul's in control here. Cube a dance. This is not a dance. 6-1. Oh, this is weak. Oh no, this ain't too bad. I guess to make a nice asset. Moves things in the outfield. Dougie, I assume, is playing 13-4 because I'm not seeing anything better. Yeah, I don't think you hit twice there because you play 13-8's like quite productive. Yeah, I would not double this as Paul, but it's maybe not too bad. Not horrible at the score, I should say. Okay, Dougie is going to continue the theme, hitting off the 4. Paul's going to hit him back. Maybe Dougie plays some sort of interesting back game. Ooh, he overlooked a hit there, I think. Or no, I saw it, but he didn't. Yeah, no, he didn't want to send a 5th checker back, I think, to let Dougie get the 2nd anchor more easily. But it's more important. You're not supposed to worry about that until the guy is actually playing a back game. Like, you want to force him to play a back game, which tends not to be a great game plan, and then defend against it. They say the first rule of defending against a back game is making sure your opponent plays one. Again, because it's often a hard game to time correctly. So Paul absolutely should have hit there. Eight away, 4 away. Yeah, it's pretty hard to get in a cube here. If I had a minute, I could calculate the take point. But anyways, 4-2, and not an easy number to play. Paul is definitely thinking about keeping his 4 prime, which I do like. It seemed like, given that you're keeping your 4 prime, there are a bunch of different plays there. Oh, well, Paul's play looks okay. Only a double shot in the outfield. I think there was a 6 duplication play where you played 13 to 9, 13 to 11. And then you're not really getting hit in your own outfield with 6s because he has to give up the anchor to do it, and he's hitting on and like Black is hitting on Black's 7 point with the 6s. So that might have been worth a look too. All right, so Dougie should do some crazy thing here like this. Good when he gets away with it, not so bad when he gets hit because he gets another set checker sent back, and it might improve his back game timing. So that was a good play by Dougie there. Maybe rolls 1-1. It gives up the prime. Okay. Black wants to enter low. I would say this is okay. But gets to make the 15. Get a guy free. 6 is 7. 8 is 6. 6-point difference for 2 away. The guy makes 8-8ish on 88 on the recube. Okay, so he passes. I guess that's right. It was 2 away. Yes, 2 away, 8 away. Okay, so you're doing Neil's numbers. I have all the 2 away scores memorized, so I should. And that's the whole story, right? He passes. He goes to 2 away, 8 away, or he takes or he doubles and plays for the match. So it's 2. So yes, it's 2 away, 8 away, which is exactly what you said. 88%. So his take point's like 12%. If Black were to redouble this. So I think that's both the old and the new number, actually. I started memorizing the XG numbers. Like I used to use the old match equity table, the Woolsey Heinrich one or whatever. But recently I learned all the 1 away, 2 away, and 3 away scores for the XG table. Round is the nearest percent, at least. Yeah. Yeah, no, I still use for stuff. It doesn't come up much, but for stuff that's 1 away, 2 away, 3 away, I'm just gonna keep that all in my head. So that's not that hard. And then for the rest of it, I'll use Neil's numbers. That's my plan going forward. But a lot of times it differs, like 3 away, 4 away differs from Neil's numbers by 2 whole percents. So you might want to look a little bit at the 3 away stuff. Alrighty, so let's see, Dougie. Okay, I might have played 7-2 there actually, but I guess Dougie's play saves the gammon more. It'd be weird to double this. He's not thinking about cubing. He pauses like weirdly at times. This is one of those weird Dougie pauses. All right, yeah. So let's see if he closes out white. I guess that's probably going to be a pass, but maybe not. So he should wait until he closes out white. No, it's a real pass if he closes him out with just 2 checkers off. I'm pretty sure. Especially with white not having a complete speed board, But still, I'd want to get pretty close to the closeout or pretty close to a 6 prime before cubing this. So possibly this is a cube. Because assuming I'm right that it's like a pass on the closeout, he's getting like pretty close. He can just kind of slot the back of the prime, or maybe he's waiting to like slot the back of the prime, and then double before he can complete the 6 prime. That might not be a bad plan, also. Because white enters an ace here. He still can slime this one out. Even and he, like I said, he still wins. I don't know, between 5 and 10% after being closed out. Like I might slot the 7 in the double advance here, right? Because I think it is a pass if you make the 6 prime. And maybe it's a pass with just a slotted. Yeah, you're thinking about it similar to me. Like I think this is a pass at this point. Um, so I'm pretty sure we're right about the take point, 12%. But people are just afraid to. People are just like afraid to double this stuff, you know. But you know, if it's a pass or maybe a pass, you should probably cube it. They still okay. Well, now I don't know what the hell's going on. Um, ooh, 3-3. Is he back in it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's kind of a 5 roll, and a little bit of a 5 roll versus a 5 roll. So it'd be weird to double this now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, both players are worse than a 5 roll, but and white's probably more worse. No, I don't think that's even true. I was going to say like white is more worse than a 5 roll than black is, but with the 3 checkers on the 5 over the 4-point gap, you know, huh? So 1, 2. That was like kind of a 4 roll. Yeah, so still no double. Hmm. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 roll would be like pure 3 roll. So both players have 6 checkers on the A's. That's like 21% or something. So blacks might be doing better than that. White might be doing better than that here. Yeah, a lot better now. Jeez. Black's like losing or close. Okay, I want to see if Dougie doubles this. He's got to double this. Come on, you got to double this. And there's not even any recube here. Okay, good. Fine. Yeah, so this here, okay, yeah, so Paul obviously passed. Yeah, so this here's already a pass. Yes, he's only 8%. Right after he closes out is what I say between 5 and 10%. It's actually closer to 5. So probably you can even double it before you slot the bar. Maybe. Yeah, it's probably already a pass before you slot the bar. Although actually this has, wait, am I wrong about the take point? How am I wrong about that? I just had everything memorized. So white wins almost 13 here. And it is still a pass. Yeah, I must have something wrong. 8 away. .46 is the live cube, which I think tells the whole story. You know, so we're right. According to this, it's 12%. What am I missing here, Brad? So white's take point, live cube take point, 12.4 something, like we thought. And the fact that white gets an automatic recube should mean the live cube take point is accurate. And if you look at a match equity table, that's what it will say, 12.46. So white wins 12.75. Oh, I know. I did this before. I know what's wrong. It's saying 12.75 with the cube on black side of the board. If you click this, winning chances after double take is lower for white. Yeah, I'm always screwing that up. Right, so cube on black side of the board. Black needs to play a little gingerly so as not to be gammoned. He has to play a little carefully, so that hurts his winning chances. Cube after double take, the gammas don't count anymore. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, those numbers are weird. Those are cubeless numbers, but like they take into account like kind of where the cube is in the sense that gammons count when one side owns the cube and they don't count when the other side owns the cube. It's like depreciation, yeah, I guess. All right, so Dougie. Okay, so it looks like Paul had doubled. Oh, and then Dougie's gonna win the race here. Yeah, Dougie beat me. Oh, you saw. It's kind of a tough match. I mean, it was long. It was a lot of games. Both of us kind of running a little low on time because of all the complicated decisions. And then I'm kind of crushing him, and he hits a late shot and beats me. Yeah. I believe that's correct. According to I don't know if XG is correct there, but that's what it's saying. It was tough. Yeah, actually played it well. There's a lot of decisions I wasn't sure about, but the computer pretty much agreed with what I did. Yeah, one to 1.5 ish wins extra when gammas hurt you. I guess part of the reason is gammas are very valuable. Say you own the cube at 2. I guess gammas are they're not super valuable though. Yeah, I don't know. But it's a reminder to click that when you're looking at win percentages after double take. Sort of a reminder to click that. All right, so it's a Dougie wins that. All right, nicely done, Dougie. Congrats. All right, so what I did there, you click here and you see like cubeless numbers for no double, cubeless numbers for double take. Apparently it matters because I was quite confused there, quite confused. Oh, nicely played match actually. Dougie played 3.1, Paul in the 6s. So it's pretty well played for these guys. Better than I think their usual PRs. So I didn't like Paul's take in that game though. And we'll take a quick look. I'm not going to go through the whole. Thing. But maybe we can take a look at some of these decisions real quick. Like the 2-0 game, I really did not like the take. Yeah, pretty bad with the 6 prime. It's just not enough counter prime stuff. Maybe if the guys on the 8 point were in the inner board, so black has some bad 6s, you could justify a take. And then, yeah, probably there was some opportunities to cube earlier. Yeah, not here, obviously. Yeah, here is still a little light, I assume. But, oh, yeah, then it goes 6-4 miss, and then why not cube that, right? Yeah, give the problem to white, because it's not, even at the score, it's not clearly a take. Yeah, it's probably pretty close on the take pass. So there's a missed opportunity there. But I don't know. You got a good cube in and you got a bad take out of it. So maybe he was sort of playing his opponent a little bit. Okay, you can stop on the 18 here if you want. Maybe cause white some problems. That's some tiny extra risk of being counter primed. Tiny. Ooh. I see. Oh, this is where he made the 4 point, thinking maybe there's a little bit of counter prime chance. But yeah, with black's checkers in the outfield, white's not going to be able to maintain his prime in any case. Although I say that, and then like he almost did it. Right, he gets a shot here. Like black could roll like a big, 5-5-4-4 and crack a little bit. And then the 4-0 game, right. Yeah, so this you would double at a normal match score. Could still be a cube at this score, up 4-zip. But it still looks like a money take, or at least close to a money take, maybe, at least in the ballpark of a money take. So it makes it a little questionable to double up this much in sort of a mutually gammonish position. At least black wins a lot of gammons. Next turn, though, this is a pretty clear money pass, right? So you can justify cubing at the score. Like, I don't know if Dougie's thinking too good or not good enough here, but given that it's like a pretty clear money pass, not clearly a take at the score. Maybe you do pull the. You maybe should be able to find the double here, and then it becomes legit too good. Yeah, I didn't love this, but apparently it's not too bad. Cubeless, I like this play a little better, or if you're already doubled. But the problem with this play is white rolls like a 1-6, 2-5, 2-6. You can probably take. So black black's no longer getting full value from the cube, I guess. Whereas you play it safer, white enters, maybe you're getting good cube value. I don't know. Oh, that's a little unclear though. I can even hit here. Yeah, why not cube this? A little unclear whether it's a take or not. Honestly, I might have cubed this, but it looks like the computer doesn't like it. I guess there is some blockedness, 6-4 or whatever. Yeah, this is okay. This is close. Yeah, that's okay. And then here, computer thinks it's double take apparently. The ace is a little bit wrong here. It's all right. Yeah, 7. There's only six numbers on the dice, so you want to play a little more flexibly than this. Like the builders are in different points basically, so you got more options later. Okay, just everything is double pass now. After the 5-3. Good. Like the aggression. Yeah, it's slightly too good. Fine. Oh, it's interesting that this is somewhat close. Like I would have played 13-4 in a heartbeat. I guess the score maybe makes it a little questionable. This doesn't look good either. I mean, this doesn't look good, right? It doesn't make an anchor. Like obviously, if you're making an anchor as opposed to hitting loose, you do that. Why would you do this though? Let white swing away with good numbers. I guess white has a bunch of good numbers here also. I guess that's what the computer's afraid of. The score argues for playing a little conservatively. I don't know. I think the world is hitting 13-4 here. Yeah, double a little early. Fine. Good. Yeah, they definitely hit here. The 2-1. Yeah, honestly, I think he did see it, but he didn't want to send a fifth checker back. But like, like I said, you want to force your opponent to play a back game and then defend against it. And also, you want to rip away this nice slot that black has. Like black is very happy to make the 4-point. Oh, 4-2. Yeah, I thought Paul's play would be okay. Oh, there's a play that just leaves a single shot. I see. Yeah, I guess that is better. I mean, you don't love playing 6-2, but I guess it's better than leaving blots flapping around. I guess if I saw this, I would have been able to find it. So this is the computer's choice. Just leaving a 4-shot in the outfield. I guess this checker doesn't really have much to do anyways with the 4 and 5 points made by black. It's got nowhere to go. So maybe it's not a terrible use of that checker if you use it to make the 2-point at some point. I was thinking maybe this play's okay too, duplicating 6s somewhat. But gives up the midpoint, which isn't great. Oh, 20-13. I don't think I would have found this. Really? Giving up the second anchor here? That's what the computer wants to do? Letting white swing away there? I don't know, man. I would not do this. Would have kept my back game formation, which rates to be okay. Rates to be timed to okay some of the time. Or maybe just, I don't know, maybe it transform into a holding game later. Yeah, I would have played it like Dougie did. Or maybe done something even crazier, you know. Yeah, it might be above my pay grade. Yeah, decent play by Dougie here. Now he's like probably playing a back game, so doesn't mind getting the checkers hit, so he does something, you know, he does something that is good when it works and not so bad when it doesn't. Computer actually slightly prefers this, which I don't really understand. Good roll. Okay, what's going on here? 6-3-6-1. Why is that so bad? Doesn't seem that bad to me. I mean, yeah, I probably do this because it prepares to clear the 8 points. Like that spare on the 8's a little awkward after this play. It's like it's going to go behind the anchor, and you don't have many rolls that clears the clear. There might be some there might be some times like you want to do this, and then okay, you can't clear the 9, but you can clear the 8-point cleanly, and maybe that's not a bad goal. But yeah, I wouldn't say this is an easy play. But yeah, it's not like your block has a ton of value anymore. Mostly you're just trying to clear the points because black has all this time to play with in the outfield. So maybe it's kind of a good thing to strip the 8-point. Yeah, same here. In other words, just leave 2 checkers there. Yeah, now he's left with kind of this awkward structure out there. And probably would have played 7-2 here, but Dougie's play is fine. 8-3. Oh yeah, he wants to see. He wants to clear the 7 points, as opposed to leaving this awkward strip position. So even though he's not clearing the points in order, the computer wants to do this. Get the good spare as it clears the 7 point, as opposed to leaving this like strip position that actually maybe a double blots on some stuff. Maybe not right away. Yeah, not right away, but maybe you clear 1 point with a 6-5, and then you have some double blot numbers like 6-3. That might be a good visualization test. Look how 6-5, 6-3 plays for white. It's really bad. You know, 6-5, 6-3 is 6-5, 6-3 is still bad here. But only 1 point to clear as opposed to 2, and a spare on the 8 after the right play. Interesting, wants to play 20-15 here, giving up the anchor. losing out on some aces, I think. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have done that. I think the computer's valuing not wasting any pips for the gammon save and keeping the prime in shape. So it looks like it's giving up some. It looks like it's giving up some hitting chances here. Like on a 6-1, it loses out on some shots, for instance. But it wins more when it hits. I think I would have played 7-2 here, which apparently is okay. Hits more, gets gammoned more. Gets gammon more because one benefit of 20-15 is you're not wasting any pips for the gammon save. Like, okay, so white rolls 5-4, right? You can maybe run off this thing. You can maybe run off the gammon if you don't waste any pips now. So that's part of why the computer likes that. And then, yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch of cubes in here. Not yet. Starting now is getting, you might want to start thinking about it. Like this apparently is no, the checkers are too far away from completing the 6 prime to make this a double. But actually, this is going to be stronger on a rollout than this plus of L says. I know I'm a broken record about this, but yeah, the computers kind of suck at these containment positions. The cube action, at least, it's like almost always easier to contain the hit white checker than the computer thinks, even on the plus of L. So you got to roll it out, and even the rollout's a little suspect, I think. But yeah, so probably this is a cube. Technically a cube. Yeah, in fact, it's a pass already. So this would be a nice cube. This would be a nice cube to find. 12% winning chances double take. Wait, why? So why did it show me the double take numbers here? And it wasn't before. It was just it defaulted to the no double chance. Maybe it's just the last one I clicked on. But yeah, so in other words, like it's okay. It says this is a close pass. It's probably a big pass. You know, it's probably more like 1.1 at this point. Yeah, 1.08. And then yeah, this is a pass, and the computer knows it's a pass. somehow he gets back in the game. So he should double this, and then 6-5 puts him back in the game. Still almost a double. Yeah, so it's no longer a containment position, so the computer should do okay here. At least the plus of L. And then white's almost winning now. Good. Yeah, Paul likes to double aggressively. And then Dougie just basically wins the race. Good. All right, well, thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, congrats to Dougie once again. Yeah, well played in that last match. Very nice. Very nicely played there. And yeah, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.